Today's topic is temptation that we find in Murdered in the Cathedral by T.S. Eliot. Tempters. Four Tempters. T-A-M-P-T-E-R-S. Tempters in Murdered in the Cathedral. C-A-T-H-E-D-R. Cathedral. The temptation scene in T.S. Eliot's Murdered in the Cathedral is dramatical and philosophical center of the play. Appearing in first, it reveals the inner conflict of Thomas Becket and prepares the audience for his martyrdom in part 2. Although the play is based on the historical murder of Archbishop Thomas Becket in 1170, Eliot's primary concern is not the external event itself but the spiritual struggle that precedes it. The scene consists of four tempters who approaches Becket one after another. Each tempter represents different forms of temptation and appeals to a different aspect of the desire. For security and personal satisfaction, Becket rejects it because he recognizes that he can no longer return to his former life. His experiences have changed him and understand that spiritual duty demands sacrifice rather than comfort. And the first tempter, there we find in the play four tempters. And first tempter is pleasure and comfort. Pleasure and comfort. And the second is political power. Political power and influence. Third is alienation. Tempters alienation with the rebellious barons against king. Third is alienation with the in this play there we find the four tempters. The first tempter offers pleasure, comfort and the happiness of Becket's earlier life when he enjoyed friendship with King Henry II. This temptation represents the desire for security and personal satisfaction. Becket rejects it because he recognizes that he can no longer return to his former life. His experiences have changed him and he understands that spiritual duty demands sacrifice rather than comfort. The second tempter offers political power and influence through cooperation with the king. This temptation symbolizes ambition and the attraction of worldly authority. Becket refuses because he realizes that political power often requires compromises and submission to secular interest. He values spiritual independence more than political success. The third tempters propose an alienation with the rebellious baron against King Henry II. Unlike the second tempters who advocates cooperation with power, the third tempters encourage resistance and political rebellion. However, Becket recognizes that his path is also motivated by worldly ambition. He rejects it because he refused to become involved in political manipulation for personal advantage. And the fourth tempter is most significant and dangerous. Instead of offering pleasure and power, he appeals to Becket's spiritual pride. He suggests that Becket can achieve eternal fame and glory through martyrdom. At this point, Eliot introduces the central idea of the play, the danger of doing the right deed for the wrong reason. The fourth tempter forces Becket to confront the possibility that even martyrdom can become corrupted if it is pursued for personal recognition rather than obedience to God.